Hello and welcome back to the Impression Wiz channel. I'm your host, the Impression Wiz. And today, I'm going to be playing Monster Prom for you guys on my own. I know you probably will have seen the last portion of me and my buddy John, or Super Chocolate Milkshake, playing it, but I wanted to play it a little bit more on my own, now that I actually have a little bit of an idea of how to play it. Hopefully. I've played it with some other people, so if there's certain ending, or it says that I have certain amount of endings, I've gotten them because I've had some help from them. But this will be more of trying to do it on my own. Still kind of randomly going for certain characters, but now that I kind of have an idea of how the game works, I might be able to do a little better. I'm still not going to pull up any walkthroughs, though, because I want to try to do this without walkthroughs if I can help it. And yes, I'm still going to do a full game and make it 2 episodes. Like, I know I did a shorter episode at one point, but it doesn't matter. Who am I? I'm going to go with Brian, which I do know that's his name, but I'm still going to go with Wizman for this reason.
Sure.
Sure. And yes, I am actually skipping over certain things, because I've already read it several times in my other videos, so I'm not going to do it this time. But I will read these ones, because they're different each time. Well, usually. If you had to have sex with an animal, which animal would it be? No one can make me fuck an animal. If I fucked an animal, it'd be of my own free will. As a matter of fact, I already have fucked an animal, so the joke's on you, pal. And I'm not going to censor anything, because that kind of takes away from the game, I think. A dolphin. They're the only other animals that fuck just for pleasure, so at least we can both do our best to have a good time, right? Oh, that makes me think of a time I played it with... Oh gosh. Anyway. A purebred horse. At least I can keep his semen and sell it. It's worth a lot. Who said there was no silver lining to bestiality? I don't know if I'm going to be going for Vera or Damien or who. I don't even remember if I've gone for Damien yet. I know I've gone for Polly for sure, and I think I've gone for Scott for sure. In a recording. And we all know that I've gone for Miranda. Well, I went for Polly and got a Miranda ending. Let's just leave it at that. But, you know what? Let's go the money route. Yep. Might as well. You build a 100-foot statue commemorating an event that in 1,000 years, archaeologists can learn something about the people of our time. What does that statue represent? The mind-blowing twist in our favorite TV show that clearly changed the life of everyone forever. Unlike all that boring stuff they show on the news. That glorious instant where your friend stops you from texting embarrassing stuff to your ex while hella drunk. Or your last favorite political figure being devoured by rabid rhinoceros, which are also covered in badass tattoos. Rhinoceri. Oh, your least favorite. Yeah, I read that right. You know what? I'm doing that one. I'll go bold. So what would be a killer accessory? Sunglasses. At night. Wearing sunglasses at night. Ow! I burned my hand. At night. SpongeBob reference. Oh boy. Coolness itself, Sailor Moon magic wand, shiny armor, a fabulous purse made of the skin of your worst enemy, or a necklace with your own name, in case you forget. I think in this case, I'm gonna go with a fabulous purse, because that is Vera. If it comes between Vera or Damien, then I'll figure that out. A taste for party, soft fur, a big horn, kawaii eyes, sharp wits, or tentacles. Oh, I didn't even read the question. What would be the most appealing in a love partner? A big horn. Okay, I have a feeling it's going to be between those two. I don't know exactly which one of those two I'm going to go for, but when we get there, I will figure it out.
Sure.
So I have 9 smart, 7 boldness, 4 creativity, 5 charm, 2 fun, and 7 money. Now, if I'm thinking about the values that either of those two would like, I think boldness would be mainly for Damien, and money mainly for Vera. And other stats too, but I'm not exactly sure. I might in the future, if you guys want me to, actually do walkthroughs to get good endings. But I'm going without walkthroughs, just for the fun. So you know what? I think... Hold on. Excuse me. I'm gonna go with boldness. That day you skip class and just hang out in the bathrooms because you respect no authority. I guess some people just want to watch the world burn by skipping class and hanging out in the bathrooms. You give 0 shits, but you gain +2 boldness. Oddly enough, you notice Damien and Vera having some kind of business meeting. And watch me do either the greatest Vera impression in the world or the worst. Same for Damien, but I have more confidence on him. At least they're both sitting holding manila folders. You move closer to see what's up.
Hey there.
Now, Damien... Oh yeah, they still have Halloween costumes because of the recent update. Vera dressed as the shopkeeper, and Damien dressed up as the Slayer. Let's do it, though. Now, Damien, it seems we both agree that Gwilliam? I don't know how to pronounce that. The incubus is a piece of sentient garbage who deserves harm. True. I believe that together we can make Gilliam very unhappy. I've prepared an action plan for a potential merger. Have a look. Vera opens her folder and reveals intricate charts with titles like diversion coefficient and maximizing humiliation dividends. I brought a folder too. Blah, blah, blah. Damien opens his folder. There is a piece of paper that says punching on it. I admire your simplistic approach, but I think we need a plan that utilizes both our strengths. Damien nods and turns over his piece of paper. On the other side, it says punching harder. Oh. These two are never going to come to an agreement unless you step in and meddle. So you tell them your idea. Use this convenient list I brought that shows all his greatest fears in order of severity. Or, while he's sleeping, replace all his organs with live possums. Now, here's where my learning of how the game works from people comes in, hopefully. One of these answers are actually connected to one of the stats that I have. Which one is which, I still have no idea, but if I'm trying to go for one of these two lovely individuals, I either have to pick the one that's to the highest stat. And if my luck is here, they're both connected to my highest two stats of boldness and smarts. If that's how it's going. If I'm right on this, I could be wrong. So I'm hoping that they're both connected to either to smarts or boldness here. And if it's a tie, it should be a winner no matter what. Let's see how my theory goes, though. Because this one sounds pretty bold and this one sounds pretty smart. I'm gonna go with the bold one, hopefully. And it was fun. Well, okay. That just threw... Nah. Okay. I may have misheard you, but I'm pretty sure that plan doesn't involve any punching. Well, you can punch the possums into him if you wanted. Make it angry. It also staggeringly inelegant. Non-consensual surgery possums. You couldn't have thought a little harder about this? Yeah, possums don't grow on fucking trees.
You're a failure.
And even if they did, do we really want to doom a score of possums to a slow death inside Gilliam? I guess not. You know what, though? We could switch all of Gilliam's organs with all this idiot's organs. You turn and flee to save your precious organs. You lose -2 creativity and -1 boldness. Well, there went that.
Sure.
But I did get a heart with Damien. So, I think what I'm going to do is go for Damien. I think that's my best chances. Hopefully. You find Scott and Damien shoveling hot dogs and mashed potatoes into their mouths while Coach cheers them on.
Always believe in yourself!
Oh, I wish I knew who did that voice. I think Coach is actually kind of dressed up as Scott. Just looking at him. Go, boys, go! Munch your way to victory! Ah, there's no truer sport than an eating contest! I like that voice now. Puff! Crotch! Or... 10th crotch? I don't even know what they're saying. Oh, 10th coach, but... It looks like it's a pretty fair fight so far, but where's the fun in that? Time to step in and tip the balance. Distract Scott with surprise fireworks, or slather Damien's dogs in holy ketchup. Since I'm going for Damien and not Scott... What the hell? You were planning on setting off these fireworks in here anyway. Let them rip! Oh, no. What the hell? There we go.
Ah!
Hey! Stop that! Who did that? Who's making noise? I'm yelling because I'm scared! Scott, my lovable, hunky, idiot boy. Yes, I said that. I don't care what my orientation is. That is what he is. They found us, Scott! The Viet Cong! Oh lordy, it's Nam all over again. So he's a vet. Okay, that's good to know. Scott and Coach flee the cafeteria. Damien lets out a sigh full of equal parts relief and mashed potatoes. Thanks. I was just eating like I normally do when those two idiots came over and turned it into a sport. Gah! It's not my fault I eat so fast. I've got a literal furnace in my stomach. Fair enough. Damien lets you have some of his half-chewed hot dogs. Nice! Some would say that's almost like making out with him. Please don't, because that's actually kind of disgusting sounding. Ding dong, evening.
Sure.
Sure. Since I technically lost boldness, I'm gonna go get some more. I'm gonna try and get as much as I can of boldness. That day you skip class and no authority! But you don't stop there. You want the world to know how reckless you are for the rest of eternity. So you do some graffiti on the wall. No way! The graffiti says, I'm bold as fuck. And you know what? It turns out the wall is a magic wall that grants wishes. What a wall. A deep voice resounds from within the wall and says, well, not bold as fuck, but maybe a bit bold. And then you gain +2 boldness. Oh boy, that's an opinionated wall. Anyway, lucky you. Damien. And we get to see our fishy friend Miranda too. So let's have fun with that voice, shall we? You see Damien and Miranda with their heads in their hands. They look glum. You ask them what's up. We're boned. Oh, she's the prince, the interdimensional prince. I didn't get to see her costume the last couple times I played. I don't know. I do not know what this boned means, but I'm not optimistic about our chances on the upcoming exam. It's not fair. I shouldn't have to fail the test just because I spent all week in a really brutal mosh pit instead of going to class. Well, and I did study. I had my servants read the entire textbook, twice. Did they read it out loud to you? Because that might have helped.
Disgraceful.
But
For some reason, my servants are not allowed to take the test for me. There it is. Well, there's only one thing left to do. Chop up the teachers and melt his body in acid. No, there's gotta be another way. Doesn't there? Easy. Just lobby the government until they remove the class from the entire school system, or you don't need to murder your teacher over something like this. Just burn down the entire school. Please tell me that the second one is the boldest one. Please.
Fucking metal!
Thank you. Shit, yeah! Finally a good excuse to do what I was probably gonna do eventually anyway. Fair enough. I'm not sure it's actually a good excuse. But it's too late. Damien is already running through the halls with 2 gallons of gasoline soaking everything. Later, as Damien is led out of the school in handcuffs for the 3rd time this week, he gives you a smile and a wink. Suckers. They can't make me take a test if I'm in jail. I win again. I got a heart because of that. Haha. Damien's happy, and only a small portion of the school burned down. Looks like everybody wins. You gain +2 fun and +1 boldness. Awesome. On to week 2.
Sure.
Sure. I think maybe I should bring up my creativity next. Or maybe my fun. Now that I'm actually thinking of the stats, because I didn't know what they were last time, it's like, ooh. Oh. You know what? Yeah, I'm going to bring up creativity. That day, while rehearsing for the class play, it's as though the muses themselves have descended to give you a figurative blowjob. Your performance is intense and inspiring. It will be remembered for generations, which is pretty rad by high school play standards. You gain +2 creativity. I hope this doesn't come down to a creativity and fun choice. Well, I do kind of hope that, but I hope it's not a fun and a boldness choice. Or creativity and boldness choice. Having stretched, kicked your faces, and belted for the gods, it's time to get down to business to defeat the Huns. I mean, what? Rehearsing the classic musical Anti-Mame? Yeah. Oh, and there's Zoe. I don't know why is it what. Oh no, these are their costumes for the auditorium thing. That's what those are. I was gonna say, those look something different, but yeah. And now, my sweet damsel in distress, prepare to die. Can we hold, please? Dude, why would you interrupt me? I was in the moment like I was fucking miser. Or minus, I don't know how to pronounce that, I'm sorry. There's some words I don't know how to pronounce. I fail to see how having intercourse with Menasur, there's that word again, would improve. Fucking was a descriptor, Miranda. Can I please say my goddamn lines? I mean, you could, but don't you want this musical to be better? Auntie Mame, the evil Dark Knight, being a bad guy? It's so predictable, right? Aren't we all about inverting tropes at Spooky High? Quit breaking the fourth wall. I mean, what? It does seem that the leading lady role is somewhat outdated. Here we are in the modern age, and some of her reactions to male violence could be taken straight from fake horsies going up and down in a circle. Fine, whatever. If my brilliant and hair-raising portrayal of Auntie May isn't good enough for you, then go ahead and think of an awesome plot twist, and I'll nail that too. Oh, he's blushing. Okay, the choice. Right, as Auntie May is about to slay the princess, it's revealed he never got his Dark Knight's license and can't practice the trade. At which point, the play turns into a complex, exciting adventure in bureaucracy. Or, Auntie Mame is not a Dark Knight at all, but an undercover cop who spent the last 20 years working from within the villain system to dismantle the whole operation. I'm gonna go with the second one because it sounds smart. Although maybe I should go that one because that's maybe money. I'm gonna go with the second one. Let's see what happens. that was creativity, and I'm sure the top one was probably money. What? An undercover cop? No, I'm not, man. You are. You're the cop. Whizman is a cop? I never would have guessed that from his complete inability to follow rules. Yeah, well, that's why he is so good at his job. Oh, that voice is gonna kill me. Anyway. Because he makes it seem like he doesn't know anything, but... Cop, cop, cop! You're the cop! Not me! I'm not a cop! That was weird, right, guys? I know you haven't been a Spooky High student very long, Zoe. So let me say with good authority, everything that happens here is so weird that nothing that happens here is weird. That is honestly fairly true. Watch, we'll probably never even deal with the fact that Damien may or may not have just implied that he's an undercover cop ever again. And we never did. But you guys also never finished working on the play, so you lose -2 smarts and -1 fun. Well, that was a smart. Anyway, let's
Sure.
let's go and visit Damien again. You find Scott and Damien immersed in their favorite mobile game, Pokemon's Go. That's gonna hurt me saying that, especially since I'm recording this one day before the new Pokemon Sword and Shield release. But I'm gonna keep saying it like that because that's how it is. It's gonna hurt me though, because that's actually canon in the game, Pokemons, so bear with me. Based on the classic Pocket Humans, and there it is. My Reginald Bostworth uses income tax audit. Oh no, my Lindsay Roberts never saved receipts. It's super effective. Haha. And now for the finishing blow. Wait, what? Reginald's contract did lymphoma? Reginald's lymphoma deals 500 physical damage to him and 999 emotional damage to him and his loved ones? Woo! I win again! Why are all your Pokemons so unhealthy, Damien? Because I made them all smoke cigarettes and live next to toxic waste dumps, obviously. Maybe you should stop that. Where's the fun in that? Let's have another match. What are you two nerds doing? What is that voice? What are you two nerds doing? Nerding around, nerding up and nerds. Or nerd up nerds. I have no idea what his voice is going to be, and hopefully I don't meet up with him too much. And I hope he doesn't talk a whole lot, but I have a bad feeling. Whoa, Scott, is that you? There we go, that's better. We didn't recognize you under all that nerdery. What are you doing playing a dumb video game for stupid babies? But Pokemons isn't dumb. It's cool because no way is Scott gonna come up with anything. But if you do, maybe you can score some points with Scott or Damien. Show them that a phone equipped with Pokemon's Go can also be used as a football, or say nothing, pelt them with steamed vegetables. Why does that seem like that would be the Damien route? Probably because it is. Let's do it. Ah, vegetables! We hate those! Stop it! Seriously, pelt us with ground beef or something. Or at least some sausages or pig ears. How about some forks and knives? Why are those two voices like, ah? Or some knives and knives? I'm just gonna keep throwing knives. Ah, these knives are almost as bad as the vegetables. I would think they'd be worse, but... Guys, come on, stop throwing carrots and knives at my cousins. You stop, alright? As soon as the wolf... you stop, alright? As soon as the wolf pack have retreated out of range... Nice thinking. Finally a use for vegetables, am I right? Damien barely remembers to take the knife out of his hand before high-fiving you. He does, though, so that's a win. Yeah.
Sure.
Sure. I'm going to increase my fun.
What's up?
And crap, I forgot that she was... You know what? I might do something here and get something good. I could go for that, but I've gotten that a couple times, not playing and playing, probably recording. I don't know if there's any history of me getting this last couple times, but I've gotten this in my playthroughs with a couple friends of mine and gotten coal almost like twice in a row, so I'm not doing that. So... And I could get that, but that would be something completely different, and I might do that another time. And that's a serious one, I will say. It's an ending for Polly, I do know. I have seen it. If you guys want me to play it, let me know. But I am not doing it this time around. So, I'm gonna buy these glasses.
See you later.
And that brought up my fun. Awesome. That actually turned out better than I thought. One more week and then I'll end this episode.
Sure.
So now, and I can't do creativities because she's right there. So, how about I increase my money now? That day you spend some time on the library PCs, playing some good old online poker. Gambling seems like a stupid and dangerous decision. But who cares? It's time. This time it paid off, so fuck it. You gain +2 money. Liam and Damien stand over a pile of books Liam has gathered. They're scowling intently as if the books have personally wronged them.
So mainstream.
Oh, and he's Dimitri. It's funny. Anyway, our school teaches the most common mainstream basic material imaginable. I think there's only one thing we can do, really. Petition the school to include works of value. Burn the books! Damien, you're absolutely right. The fight against anti-intellectualism must be telegraphed in strong action, not just empty words. Damien snaps his fingers and the books burst into flames. Honestly, I kind of wish I had that ability in real life, just to snap and fire. Or like snap and there's like a fire on my thumb. Call me Human Torch wannabe, which is totally alright. You have to admit, between the petition and fire, fire is much cooler, is the much cooler option. I would think it'd be the hotter option. Oh, there's my sans-ness coming out. Unfortunately, it's at this exact moment that Crazy Martian chooses to appear. Or Crazy Martin. Oh no. No, not again. He's always thinking these things are my fault. Just because they are. Okay. I can't get detention. I'm seeing a nondescript yogurt resort Ugh. Concert this weekend, and the band only plays once in a blue moon. When the lunar eclipse lines up with. There's no time to let Liam finish. Quick, step in and be the hero they need. Tell him there was a 3-horned paper gobbler on the loose that was planning to devour the entire collection or burn down the entire library. No point of origin, no proof of culprit. I think that's it because of boldness, hopefully. Yes. Without thinking, you grab as many books as you can and throw them onto the fire as well. You add a chair and a table too. Turns out pretty much everything in the library is flammable. Except for maybe the computers. Liam and Damien get into the spirit and are soon adding computers, magazines, and students to the bonfire. Crazy Martin runs to grab a fire extinguisher, at which point you, Liam, and Damien are able to sneak out of the library, leaving behind no possible trace evidence, considering everything you touched is charred. Hot damn. That is some of the best arson I have ever seen, and believe me, I know my arson. Perhaps when they restock the library, they'll choose books with a more diverse array of historical perspectives. Yeah, perspectives. I could be wrong on that, but you know what? I don't care. Or, even better, they won't. And then we can do this shit all over again. If high school doesn't work out for you, at least you've got a bright future as a career arsonist. You gain +2 boldness and +1 fun. Awesome. I'm so glad I got those glasses.
Sure.
Why is Damien with like 3 people groups today? That's kind of interesting. Or this. You've just sat down to eat with Damien and Liam. Well, to eat with Damien, Liam's just taking pictures of his food. When a leather-clad figure drops from the air vent onto your table, it's the Slayer!
Prepare to die!
Which Damien was dressed up as, which was kind of funny. Lunchtime's over, dirtbags. Time to die. This always happens when we sit together. Your death-based rhetoric cannot speak and read that word. I'll have to work on that later. Is offensive. Don't spoil my food pick. Oh, I'll spoil more than your food pick, Count Stankula. I'm about to spoil your face. Just his, though, right? Technically, if we're going with Brian here, my face is already messed up, so do your worst. Both your faces! Fuck! I think I read that as the Damien both times. Anyway, the Slayer is right between the 3 of you. You can't save Liam and Damien, but if you act fast, you might just be able to save one. Immobilize Damien with the Lord's Prayer while Liam escapes. Or, you've been waiting for this moment your whole life. Flip the table for justice. I shall flip the table for justice. Ha ha ha! There's no need to fear, for Brian is here. Okay, I had to do my All Might for that, just because. Anyway, normally when you flip tables, it's out of anger or mischief. But this is about to be the most righteous table flips ever performed. Table flip! No, my footing! No, my artfully arranged cafeteria food. Yes, fucking up school property! Yes, killing my throat. The Slayer ends up pinned under the table along with Liam. Damien jumps down there and starts punching indiscriminately, not caring who he hits. So, just another normal day for Damien. I've never felt so alive. Offensive. Whatever. Let's flip all the rest of the tables in the cafeteria while the flipping's good. You righteously flip every single table in the cafeteria. With each table you flip, you find Damien is flipping a little more. For you. Woohoo! Bing bong, bing bong.
Sure.
So my boldness is pretty high already. So I don't need to go visit unless I want to buy something. You know what? Let's raise creativity a bit more. That day while rehearsal for the class play, you aren't especially good nor inspired. For once, it seems you aren't getting the class creativity boost from the auditorium. But afterwards, while talking to your classmates, you're having trouble conveying your point in a discussion. So you decide to convey it through music. You start singing, and suddenly everyone else joins you in a kick-ass musical number. It's so amusing that the people with whom you were arguing totally get your point and change their minds once the song is over. You gain +2 creativity. Awesome. You're chilling out, not murdering anybody when Damien slinks up to you. He's hauling a large sack with the words "definitely not a corpse" written on it.
Hey, noob.
Hey, you're not gonna believe this, but there's definitely actually a corpse in this bag. You never would have guessed. Now, here's the thing. I'm not saying I'm exactly responsible for making this corpse. At least not without my lawyer present. But let's just say he and I apparently had very different definitions of rock, paper, scissors. Anyway, I'm not interested in going back to jail, so I need you to help me hide this body real quick. It would be an extremely attractive thing to do. Oh, luckily, hiding dead bodies is kind of your thing. You share your brilliant solution. Disguise him as a drinking fountain. No one will know the difference. Or just chuck him in my garbage. He'll blend perfectly with my collection of vintage dead bodies. That last one might be charm. Oh. This is gonna suck. I'm gonna roll a d4, since I have one right next to me. I'm not sure which of these is which. One of them might be boldness, one of them might be fun or charm. But I'm not exactly sure which way it could go, because there's been times where I've thought it's one and it's possibly the other, even in this episode alone. So 3. I was going, if it was an odd, I'd do the top. If it was an even, I'd do the bottom.
Fucking metal!
And it was creativity compared to one of my higher stats. So that's lovely. That's the most brilliant idea I've ever heard. But I'm not sure I have enough creativity to actually pull off the disguise. Why don't you do it? Of course, no one's more creative than you. You pull out your glitter glue, sequins, and pipe cleaners to get to work. 14 hours later, your masterpiece is complete. It looks exactly like what were you trying to make again? This corpse looks like shit! Oh yeah, that's what I was trying to make. What is that supposed to be? A pile of neon garbage covered in unicorn jizz? Maybe. Also, why did you feel the need to bedazzle the words, "This is a dead body," across the dead body?
Go get a life.
Get away from my dead body before I make you glitter glue your own corpse. Maybe you should stop coming to school on quite so many mushrooms. You lose -2 smarts and 1 charm. Oh boy. Well, that was the end of the 3rd week. And that's
sure.
going to be the end of this episode of Monster Prom. I hope you enjoyed. I'm pretty sure I did. If you want to see more, please like and subscribe. And if you want to see more of my content, make sure to ring that notification bell so you don't miss anything I upload. And as always, I will see you Thursday.